Okay, guys, another balancing video real quick just to help out a little bit more. I got this newer Beta 390 RS and she is bouncing around horribly. I did the front wheel, that helped a lot. Now I realize the back wheel is super bad too. And my butt was bouncing up and down bad. Like it was, the tail assembly on the bike was bouncing like crazy. You can see the chain slap. The front you can see I already did. That helped a lot. I got three pretty good sized ones and a tiny one. I can probably take that tiny one off in the distance there because that was kind of an in-between weight. It was basically balanced, but because I was trying to figure out what else was wrong, I added that last one. But I found out it's the rear tire that's really bad. So I'm balancing both just so I can get a little bit of road manners on this thing. It's horrible. So here's the deal. I was able to borrow, or my buddy offered a stand, which was great because it's really difficult to do without one. So find a friend and borrow their stand. So the stand's got a little level, do the best you can to level it out. He brought it over. It had a couple loose nuts and the bearings were a little dirty. So, you know, your balance is only as good as the equipment you're using. So I cleaned up the bearings real well, got the rust off, tightened these bolts, and I lubed them up and they spin freely now. I also took the shaft apart and I cleaned up a couple burrs, and then I polished it a little bit and cleaned it up real nice. And then these cones, as you can see, they're designed to slide into different types of, wheels, as you can see. And then I even like put the Allen tightening nut at opposite positions just to be crazy about it. Every little bit helps. But you can see what the goal here is to find the heavy spot, which is usually the rim lock and the stem. So here, what happened, I already started this out. I'm almost finished with it, but the rim lock down there at the bottom, she actually snapped into that position quickly. It's so out of whack. This thing felt like it was practically square, this wheel. It was bouncing so hard. So then the goal is to add these brass weights, which I'll put a link down below to these. They're out of Amazon. I appreciate any likes and subscribes. And you got all different sizes, therefore different weights. The little set screws and the little Allen wrench comes with it. So it's a nice little set. Like I said, I already used 4 on the front wheel. And it took quite a bit of weight because these are way out of whack. So I've added 3 big ones already. And man, it's a lot better. You can see what you do is you find the heavy spot, which is usually the rim lock. And like I said, this one went right there really quickly. And then you add weight opposite it, and then you bring it to the quarter. I knew this would take a couple, so I put 2 on right away. And then you bring it to the quarter mark, and you let go, and you see how fast she recovers, or if she recovers. So our goal, obviously I need a little more weight because she's heading right back to the rim lock and the stem. So I'm going to add probably obviously a much smaller one at this point because we're pretty close. I'm at the quarter again. I let go. She heads back to the rim lock. We are going to add 1 more, and then we're going to decide how much we need at that point. So you can kind of just slide them on temporarily, see what she does, and then I tap them on a little bit with the screwdriver, like just to kind of tighten them up. I'm kind of just whacking them up and then putting the Allen screw in because it doesn't quite slide over the nipple on the spoke until you give it a little whack, and that helps. So it's a pretty simple process. Just make sure your stand's in good shape. It's balanced. The bearings are flowing freely. You don't have any burrs. A lot of times putting this thing on will cause burrs, so you got to be careful with the equipment. And then go from there. So I expect this thing to be dramatically different because the front wheel helped a lot. But we're almost done here, and I appreciate, again, any likes and subscribes. I hope this helps. And again, link will be down below. Talk to you guys later.